Hello, and welcome back to Darkest Dungeon.
You will arrive along the old road. It winds with a troubling serpent-like suggestion through the corrupted countryside, leading only, I fear, to ever more tenebrous places. There is a sickness in the ancient pitted cobbles of the old road, and on its writhing path you will face viciousness, violence, and perhaps other damnably transcendent terrors. So steel yourself, and remember there can be no bravery without madness. The old road will take you to hell, but in that gaping abyss, we will find our redemption.
Alright, and here we are, back in Darkest Dungeon. Now, if you're not familiar with Darkest Dungeon, it is a tactical, turn-based combat RPG strategy game with sort of a dark Cthulhu-based ethos theme to it. I'll explain things as I go along, but I'll assume most of the audience is familiar with Darkest Dungeon, and I've played a whole lot of it on the channel. I'll try to remember to link the previous things I've done in the description of the video. But I'm really excited to be back playing this again. I've been playing it quite a bit the last few weeks, just sort of on my own. And I know that there's an expansion coming. There's an expansion coming towards the end of May of 2017, beginning of June. So I'm really, really excited about that, called Crimson Court. And that's another reason why I wanted to go ahead and start playing. And I don't know if I will just upgrade when the DLC comes out and continue this particular Let's Play, or start fresh. We'll see.
Continue the onslaught. Destroy.
We'll see how far along we get. Wow, 750 gold. That was nice. Start with our standard characters, Reynold and Dismas. You always get these heroes.
Leave nothing unchecked. There is much to be found in forgotten places. An ambush. Send these vermin a message. The rightful owner has returned.
Let's see.
No longer welcome.
Pistol shot on the ranged guy in the back. And can we do enough damage? Let's see. 6 to 12. Damage mod minus 75%. No, we can't do enough to kill him. So I think what we'll do is we'll just stunning blow the big guy. Oh, he resisted. Dang it. Dodged. Okay, that's good. Resist the move. Yeah, resisted. Nice. Okay, finish him. Or not. Dodged again. Excellent. Ooh. Hey, now that wasn't very cool. I don't appreciate that at all. %, stun resist. Oh, I should have just done smite. He's 2 spaces. I'm a little rusty. I'll get it together. Now, can you hit, please? Thank you. 11 crit. Nice job. Okay, so I'll explain a few things here to you, if you are new to the game. So obviously the red bar here is your health. This right here with like the little pips is your stress. When that reaches 100, there's kind of a behind-the-scenes roll where you can become virtuous and something good will happen, or you can sort of like flip out, and you can even lose control of your character, which is pretty cool. So you have to do this kind of dance between the health of your characters as well as dealing with the stress. And there's all other kinds of things too, like they can get individual quirks, they can get diseases, all kinds of stuff. Are we gonna survive this? I am not convinced. This is pretty rough for our first fight. Okay, there we go. Continue adventuring. That's always trapped. Alright, back out. Okay, so let's take a look at the characters real quick. So quirks, you can have both positive and negative quirks. These are static for the first two characters you get. So Warrior of Light, so plus 10 damage if Torch Light is above 75%, and we'll get into that kind of stuff when we get into the dungeon. God-fearing will only pray in town for stress relief, and Kleptomaniac, which kind of sucks because he'll just steal stuff and you'll be like, hey, give me that. And they're like, no, I'm keeping it. And then we got, let's see, what's Dismos have? I don't remember. Oh, known cheat, not allowed to gamble in town. He's got hard noggin, so he's tougher to resist. The stuns, he's got quick reflexes, so he's got +2 speed. And again, I'm going to assume that you mostly know this game since it's been out for a while, but I'll mention little bits in here and there as we go along. Okay, so there's a bunch of different buildings in the town. We're not going to go over those right now because a lot of them are locked. So as they open up, I'll explain them in a little bit more detail. But we're going to start off with the stagecoach.
Women and men, soldiers and outlaws, fools and corpses.
And you can see these at the bottom. These are important. These are heirlooms. So you've got busts, portraits, deeds, and crests, and that's what you use to do the upgrades of these various buildings. Stagecoach is what you want to focus on early on. So we're going to go for... Increase the number available to 3. Yeah, let's do that. That makes sense. So every week that we go out, when we come back to the hamlet, there'll be more people to recruit in here in the stagecoach. So let's grab these folks.
Pious and unrelenting.
Okay. Gonna be naming people after longtime community members, Patreon supporters, and whatnot. Let's see. You'll be... Alex. Yep. And if you want someone named after you, then let me know in the comments. You'll be Ed. You'll be Wolfric. There we go. Alright, so let's go set up our first dungeon run.
A mecca of madness and morbidity. Your work begins.
Okay, you go in position 3, position 1, position 4. Let's take a look at their skills. Okay, so we've got pistol shot, grape shot, tracking shot, open vein. That's pretty good. And you've got the standard ones. You've got plague grenade, but you don't have blinding gas, so we'll have to get that at some point. And what do you have? You don't have the group heal. That's unfortunate. But we'll make it work. We will make it work. Alright, so we're going to do a short run to explore 90% of the rooms. Hellstone as the reward. Okay, that's alright. If nothing else, we can sell it. Press and some gold. Alright, let's provision up. We're going into the ruins. It's mostly skeletons and whatnot. So we get extra damage from the Crusader and from the Vestal. Okay, we'll grab one shovel in case there's any barricades. We'll grab a stack of food. Grab a couple extra just for some minor healing. Take one skeleton key. Already got a holy water. Got an anti-venom. Probably won't even use it. Okay, and let's grab a stack of torches. That should be plenty. Let's go. Okay, let's take a look here. 90% of rooms. So we'll just go straight up and across and down unless we get a scouting report that indicates there's something for us to get, like treasure-wise or something. Otherwise, we'll just stick to this path. Okay. Free torch.
Trinkets and baubles, paid for in blood.
Okay, I'm going to increase to radiant light as we go into this room because there might be a fight. And there is. Oh, just some skeletons. No big deal. I guess dazzling light.
The match is struck. A blazing star is born. Executed with impunity.
There we go, simple enough.
Even the cold stone seems bent on preventing passage.
Oh, hi there. Okay, now this is a little bit tougher. We're going to go after the cultist acolyte first because she can spam abilities that will increase our stress. So we want to make sure she goes away quickly. Oh, that was a nice shot. We can actually finish her with Plague Grenade. Well, yep. Good, good, good.
Unforeseen. Unforgiving.
Ow. That hurt. Now, this guy's got an action left, so what we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and stun him to prevent the damage, since we don't have anything better to do with her right now. I mean, technically, I guess we could have healed, but...
Confidence surges as the enemy crumbles.
When you go, what order you go in, has to do with the speed of your characters.
Another abomination cleansed from our lands.
Each class has different speed ratings, and then equipment and things like that can change things as well. Plus 25% damage versus Eldritch minus 2. That's pretty good. We'll hold on to that. That'd be good in the Cove. Mm-hmm. Okay.
If only treasure could staunch the flow of otherworldly corruption.
Hi there. Yeah, she's got 6 health left. Let's stun her. Actually, she's gonna die now. 4 left, and we're taking 4 per turn from that Plague Grenade.
And purpose is made clear. Be gone, fiend.
Nice. Dodged it. Alright, bleed this guy. Bleeds are not that great in the ruins, but there are a few, like this cultist brawler and that acolyte, actually, they'll bleed. Obviously, skeletons aren't very bloody, so you can't do much with them. Okay, so you're toast. Let's go ahead and grab a heal. And I would stun him and heal some more next round, but this guy's gonna die anyway from the bleed.
Give them no quarter.
Alright, let's grab that.
Seize this momentum. Push on to the task's end.
So you saw right there when I clicked on the chest and I used the key, there's different interactions for all kinds of things called curios. Some will use bandages, some will use anti-venom. There's all kinds of different combinations, and I do not remember them all, so I'm sure that I'll make some mistakes as I go along. But that's okay. We'll figure it out together. No worries. I think that one's empty, right? Yeah, it's empty. Okay. Oh, kleptomaniac kicking in.
Packs laden
Oh,
with
that
loot
wasn't too bad.
are often low on supplies.
We can remove those negative quirks like this. We can remove these at the sanitarium once we get access to it. And that's exactly what we'll do. Let's eat a little bit of food, shall we? Okay, so there is an obstacle here. We're going to avoid that. We're going to go back the other way, because I don't want to pick up stress from breaking down an obstacle without a shovel. We'll just backtrack a little bit, disarm this trap on the way, and we'll do this room battle in here. Hopefully get some more loot. Here we go. Hey, fellas. Okay, now these guys early on, these bone arbalists, the archers, can be really dangerous. They can do a lot of damage. This is always a tough choice. So this is an AoE, Zealous Accusation, and it does pretty good damage against multiple targets. Generally, what I would say in Darkest Dungeon is you're better off concentrating your firepower. I'm going to go ahead and do it, and then follow up with an AoE from the Highwaymen, from Wolfric here.
Their formation is broken.
That worked out pretty well.
Offensive.
Let's see. Let's go ahead and... we can kill him or stun him. Let's stun him. Oh, didn't get it. Darn it. See what I'm talking about? That was a 7 non-crit. These guys are ugly.
As the fiend falls, a faint
If you're wondering why I did an AoE there, this guy's already dead.
continue the onslaught. Destroy them all.
Okay, we're gonna continue because... excuse me. We can get rid of a little bit of stress here. There we go. Now we're done. It's a decent little haul. -5 virtue chance. Deadly. Okay. Warrens phobes. Plus 20% stress in warrants. Alright.
Let me share with you the terrible wonders I have come to know.
Let's... excuse me. Let's check the stagecoach. We'll just grab all of these people.
A sister of battle, pious. And
So you can see we've got a couple people here. Let me sort this by level. You can see we've got a couple of people that are level 1. As you go up in level, you can train different abilities, or you can strengthen the abilities you have at the guild. You can get new equipment at the blacksmith. What I would say is that generally I don't start upgrading anyone until they're like level 2 or 3, because it's just not worth it, because you can constantly recruit. Each week, this will repopulate. So there isn't a whole lot of reason to invest in your individual heroes until they've leveled up a little bit. At least that's what I've always done, and I think it's the best way to go. Let's see, do we want to keep the Hellstone? Yeah, I guess we'll keep both these items. Speaking of the guild, let's check that out real quick. Oh no, not unlocked yet. Okay.
fresh kegs, cards, and curtained rooms.
So there's two ways to remove stress in the game. You've got the tavern.
Alike.
You can use the bar, the gambling hall, or the brothel, depending on the quirks that your characters have. And then there's also the abbey,
Have been dusted, the pews
meditation, prayer, or basically getting beaten. Our stress is basically non-existent. I typically don't put someone in a stress-reducing structure until they're at like 40 out of their 100 or 45, because you can usually do a short run or even a medium run dungeon without hitting 100 stress, even if you start off at 30 or 40. So you're better off waiting. When you have like a little bit of stress like this, don't even bother doing it. So my plan is to continue to play Darkest Dungeon again until the expansion Crimson Court comes out. And I'll probably just, if it'll let me, I'll just continue with Crimson Court added on. So again, if you're interested in having someone named after you, you can let me know in the comments below. I will be prioritizing sort of veteran community members and Patreon supporters. Usually those are one and the same, but hopefully you understand that. I will try to remember to link the previous Darkest Dungeon things I've done in the description of the videos if you want to check that out as well. Let me know if you have any ideas or feedback for kind of interesting teams. There are some things that I haven't used before. The Antiquarian class and the, what's it called? Abomination. I played around with Abomination yesterday for the first time, and they seemed like really, really neat. Like, I like the concept of them, but I'm curious what kind of team would work well, 4-person group would work well with the Abomination. I did like an Abomination with an Occultist, an Arbalist, and I don't remember what the other one was. And I used the Occultist as the healer. But when you use the Abomination, the rest of the team gains stress. So I'm kind of wondering situationally, when is it best to use the Abomination, and what kind of groups have you put together and successfully used that class? Let me know in the comments. I'd be interested in hearing your feedback. Anyway, I hope you've enjoyed this first episode of Darkest Dungeon and you join me for more. Thanks so much for watching. Until next time, I'm Mal, and I'll see you later.